Today's video is sponsored by MyHeritage. More on them later. Colleen Ballinger, upsetting the children, as if this is shocking news, as if this is not entirely keeping with her character at all times. But regardless, what's crack, it's VangelinaSkov, and welcome to another episode of I Am Not Outside. You're outside. Mind your own business. Do I know if this lighting is crap? No, but I do know that the sun is directly in my eyes. And who am I going to blame for that? Colleen Ballinger. So what's going on with her at the moment? Well, she's upsetting the children again, as has happened many times at this point. So as you will know, if you watched my last episode, and I'm sure you did watch my last video, because you watch all of my videos, you will know that Colleen Ballinger went to a high school with her husband because he was supposed to go to the high school, and she just kind of tagged along and made it all about her. Shocking, again. Now, this was posted to Reddit alongside some pictures of her and a little bit of information here and there about why she was there, including Colleen herself talking about it in her own vlog, saying how great it was to be adored by children. However, we do have some updates with this. We have some updates regarding her visit to a school and the students who were present, which is including some posts and some videos made by these students, giving a bit more detail into the stuff that went on both while she was there and after. And the after is bad. Before I move on with the rest of the video, I have something very exciting to tell you guys. I partnered with MyHeritage. MyHeritage is a leading global family history and DNA service that makes exploring your family history easier than ever. And I was so excited to do this. I have wanted to do a DNA test for the longest time, and MyHeritage was the one that I was going to go with anyway. So I am so glad that they reached out to me. The DNA test is really, really easy to use. It's just a simple cheek swab and it takes about 2 minutes. It's really quick, really easy, not difficult at all. Instructions, very easy to comprehend, even if you're me, which, I struggle with basic comprehension skills sometimes. After you do the cheek swab, you just send it back to them, and then pretty soon after that, you get your DNA results. Once you get your results, you can discover your own origins, which is really exciting and really fun. And you can find new relatives as well. And something really cool about MyHeritage is that they cover more regions than any other test. So as you can guess, when I got my results, I was very, very excited, and I had to film it for you guys, so I'm gonna show you that now. Okay, so I was just in the middle of watching a movie and I just got a notification that my DNA results are ready, and I am so excited to see these. And honestly, I have absolutely no idea what's gonna be on this. Well, I have some idea. There will be Irish and Macedonian or Balkan. But beyond that, I have no idea what else could potentially be on this. Really excited. Eva, are you ready to explore your ethnicity? Absolutely. Let's go. I am. Oh, this is so exciting. Oh, 13% Balkan? What? Okay. 11% Sephardic Jewish North African, 3.6% Greek and South Italian, and 10.9% 5 more ethnicities. What in the this is not what I was expecting at all. Oh my god. How am I 61% Irish, Scottish and Welsh and 13% Balkan when one of my parents is Irish and the other is Macedonian? I don't know how that works. I am, wow, okay. So we've got Ireland here, we have Tunisia, Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan, and then south of Mexico and the west side of South America. So then I've got the Greek and South Italian, Iberian, which is Spain, 11% Sephardic Jewish, which I've never heard of before, sorry, and North African, so Tunisia, Morocco, bit of Egypt, that area. Then I've got West Asian, South Asian, which is Pakistan, Nepal, India, Central Asian, which is Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan and Afghanistan, and Mesoamerican and Andean. I'm so shocked by this. This is so not what I was expecting at all. Wow. This is so cool. I'm not going to show this part, I'll blur this out, but I just want you guys to know that I'm like looking at this and I have these like random cousins from Ireland, the United Kingdom, Macedonia, Ireland again, Bulgaria, USA. This is absolutely crazy. I didn't think this was going to be so surprising, but this is so fun. I am so glad I got to see this. And I'm going to have so much more fun like going through all of the details of everything and looking at my DNA matches and stuff and seeing all my random cousins who just exist in weird parts of the world. Like I'm looking at this now and I have a cousin in Sweden. I've got cousins in Canada, so maybe one of you is related to me. This is so cool. I'm still shocked by my results. It was so fun to find all this out, and I'm still going through and reading extra stuff about all of this. So obviously, your DNA results will reveal two things. Firstly, you have your ethnicity estimate. This is a percentage breakdown of your origins across 42 ethnicities and 2,114 geographic regions, which sounds like a lot. You'll also get your DNA matches, which will show you new relatives based on shared DNA. And on top of DNA testing, MyHeritage offers a platform which makes it really easy to build out your family tree and research your family history, which has been really fun for me to do. And very importantly, which is something that I take very seriously, MyHeritage is completely committed to its privacy policy. They will never sell or license your genetic data. MyHeritage has a promotion right now. Click the link in the description or scan the QR code on screen and use code VANGELINA and you can get free shipping. Plus, as an added bonus, you can start a 30-day free trial on MyHeritage's best subscription for family history research. I had a lot of fun doing this. I think you would have a lot of fun too, so definitely check it out. Thank you so much to MyHeritage for sponsoring today's video. Now let's get on with the rest of it. I do need to address something before we go any further with this video because, you know, as you can tell from watching this, I keep calling high school students kids. Now, in my last video about this, I got a comment asking me, why do I keep calling high school students kids? I'm going to explain that for you. Because they're kids. I hope that clears that up. What kind of a question is that? Are we not all in agreement here that they're children? Yeah? Okay, thank you. Moving on. So the original poster of this post on Reddit who had said that Colleen Ballinger came to their school and posted a picture ended up deleting their account. Now we're going to get into more reasons as to why that happened in a bit. But they did actually post a YouTube video along with a comment on my video, which I thought we would read through first. Now, obviously, we're taking this at face value that this is the original poster, but there's nothing to suggest that this is a lie at this moment in time. So I'm going to go ahead and read this comment that I got. Hi, I'm OP. Here's an update. To answer the question on y'all's mind, yes, my school board eats crayons. Never heard that phrase before, but I find it to be excellent. The school found out about my account, sent my parents an email, and I'm expecting to be ripped a new orifice tomorrow. I'm gonna delete my account. Which they did. Most of us was making fun of Colleen when she wasn't there, and a small minority was a bunch of fans. Regarding my awful punctuation, there's supposed to be a comma between after. So, it's okay. Your punctuation is not a big deal. It's fine. So what are we getting from this? That this person got in huge trouble for posting this on Reddit, along with the fact that people were making fun of Colleen even though she was saying how lovely and nice everyone was. Because obviously they're going to be nice to you, like they're going to get in trouble with their teachers. This is a school. Now, as I said, this same commenter who says that they're the original poster of the Reddit post also posted a YouTube video, so we're going to go through that now. It is all text, so I'm going to have to read it out for you. Bear with me. I'm a freshman at Amity Regional High School in Woodbridge, Connecticut. Now, up until this point, I have not used the name of the school just for privacy reasons, but everybody's been posting the name of the school. It's out now. It's done, including Colleen in her vlog actually showing the name of the school, which I didn't even realize while editing that. So the name of the school is out. There's no point in me not saying it before anybody comes in and gives out to me. On Friday, October 18th, 2024, actor Erik and more importantly, his wife Colleen Ballinger came to my school as Erik was being inducted into the school's Alumni Hall of Fame. Stocklin and Colleen after the... This is so rude. Stocklin and Colleen, after the induction ceremony, proceeded to do a Q&A with all theatre and broadcasting students. you need proof of this happening beyond pictures that will be shown shortly, Colleen herself talks about this trip on her channel Colleen Vlogs. About Colleen, I assume most of you know who she is and what she's done, but if you don't, Colleen Ballinger, aka Miranda Sings, is a content creator from Southern California. Colleen is infamous for having been the subject of numerous scandals involving allegations of misconduct of an adult nature. So why did they let her into school? When my theatre teacher, who organised the lecture, was yelling at me for asking how did the school respond to the allegations, he said something along the lines of, she's been on Broadway and I'd be a fool not to let her come. So according to the original poster, just for questioning why Colleen was allowed in and why she was there, they were shouted at by their teacher. Which is a fair argument, as long as you pretend performing in a dying show to sell seats makes you qualified to talk about Broadway. Rough. But the school has so far said and has done nothing in regard to the allegations. I also do not believe for 1 second that a higher up in the school never knew about this. My school board does eat crayons, there we go again, but they can't be that stupid. So here's the thing, and here's my opinion on this, which by the way, everything I say is my opinion. Nothing has been proven in a court of law. I do think it's quite weird that they would let her in purely from like a PR standpoint. Like, even if they think it's all cancel culture, which they allegedly said, shush. And even if they truly don't care about the allegations, they don't care about the safety and or comfort of their students, surely they realize it's a bad look to have somebody so controversial come into their school. Surely they would know people are going to question it. And they wouldn't do it because it looks bad for the school. Like, taking morality or the comfort of your students out of it, it's a bad look. People are going to question you. It looks bad. Parents are going to get mad. There's a good chance it's going to end up on the internet, which it did. Why would you allow this as people running a school? This just seems like a bad move. From every angle that you look at it, it's such a stupid move. The only option is that they didn't know anything. But one little tiny Google search of who you're talking about, like if you Google Colleen Ballinger, do you know what comes up? Not her show, not anything to do with Broadway. The allegations come up about her. The stuff about the group chats and Adam McIntyre and all that stuff. That's what comes up if you Google her, and surely you at least Google the people you're inviting to your school. Additionally, my theatre teacher said that the allegations levied against her were grossly misinformed and were mere cancel culture. I don't believe that any rational person would say this about such serious allegations with mountains of evidence. If one more motorbike goes by, I'm going to lose my mind. Lord, give me strength on this day. I'm starting to think that either my school didn't care or their only source was Colleen. How could anyone read this and side with Colleen? And then it shows an article saying Colleen Ballinger of Miranda Sings confirmed that she sent lingerie to a teen. This was my fault. This is exactly what I'm talking about. This is the kind of stuff that comes up if you Google her. So either you are just completely neglecting your duties of at least doing somewhat of a background check on the people you're inviting into the school, or you simply don't care. And either way, it looks bad for the school and you've messed up. Let me get to this section. What was the Q&A like? I came late, so I only heard part of it, fortunately, but it was meh. Stockland, who we were here for, was okay. He gave good answers to any question asked, but I didn't hear much from him. Colleen, however, took up most of the time. She was talking for the majority of her husband's event, and the students were largely more interested in asking her questions, obviously. She never mentioned any of the allegations. However, she did say she would burn every ukulele she could find when asked what she would do differently if she started her career over. So, she chose this moment when she's doing a Q&A about her life as an actor or whatever. She chooses this moment to make a joke about the allegations. To make a joke about the controversy. That was a bad move, wasn't it, Colleen? I do wonder why the B in burn is in a square bracket, but that's not for me to know. That's only for God and the writer of this. I'm also not surprised that she talked most of the time, and we did see a few comments on Reddit before saying that she spoke about her time on Broadway and she made everything about her, and it's just not surprising. That's who she is. I've said it a million times in a million videos. You have to be at least a little bit narcissistic to be a YouTuber. Yes, I say that as a YouTuber, but there are differing levels, and some people are on the extreme end of that, and Colleen, in my opinion, is one of them. Everything has to be about her all the time. Like, when talking about this event, she talked about how great it was to be asked so many questions by kids, and it reminded her of the Q&As, and I still think she's going to do a tour of high schools, if she can. All the students, including me, were nice to her because I was told I would be severely reprimanded if I said anything about the allegations, and I assume all other students were too. Now, to be clear, in case we're misunderstanding here what this is saying, to me this is saying not that the teacher definitely knew about the allegations and went, nobody's allowed to say anything. It's that this person specifically asked and was told, be quiet. After the Q&A was over, all students rushed to gather pictures and autographs. Surprisingly, no misconduct occurred to my knowledge. Why am I making a video now? As mentioned, this happened on the 18th of October. Why am I making a video about this now? On the day of the event, I made a post on r/high school providing pictures of Colleen at my school, left and center. On the right is an image, not by me, of her that surfaced, thanks to user SteelAcanth for this one. Anyway, this post went viral, having amassed nearly 4,000 upvotes. Eventually, this spread around the internet, and apparently some news organizations / YouTubers heard about this because my school got emails linked to my post. They figured out who I was from my comment history, they emailed my parents, and now I'm going to be reprimanded in some way tomorrow. I don't know how, but I assume being chewed out would be an understatement. So a few thoughts on this. One, it is very bizarre that if we're taking all of this at face value, right, and it's all true and 100% factual, it is very weird that the school would just decide, yeah, you're going to be in trouble for this. Surely if students are uncomfortable with the people being brought into their school, they should have the choice to say that. However, my thought is that it might be that they have some sort of internal policy and rules about posting online about the school. Because it's been a long time since I've been in school, but I remember you would have your own rules and you would sign it or whatever. And we had things in my first secondary school, we had a uniform. In my second one, we didn't. But in the first one, we had a school uniform. And that meant that when we were in the school uniform, even if we weren't on school grounds, we were representing the school. So any kind of behavior that was deemed not good, not a good representation of the school, could still be punishable by the school if we were in the uniform. So it could be stuff like that. You're posting about the school online, you're representing the school, you might be representing it badly. So I understand from that point why the school might have taken some kind of umbrage with this, if that is the correct use of the term, taking umbrage with something. But at the same time, the students were clearly uncomfortable with this. They should be able to say, why would you bring this person into our school based on the allegations, even if they're not proven in court, they're very damning. And if even there was a tiny chance they were true, which, we can see the group chats ourselves, they're there, we can read them. She admitted to the lingerie thing. Why would you think that that's a good person to bring into the school? Leaving Erik out of it, right? Let Erik come in. What did he do? Probably something, I don't know. Let Erik come in, but why Colleen? And even, as I said earlier, from a purely pure standpoint, why would you think that this is a good idea? Why would you think that this is going to go well? Why would you think that nobody's going to question this? Even after I made my video, I got multiple messages from people who went to the school saying oh my God, this is awful. And people who are, alumni from the school also being unhappy about it, even though they don't go to the school anymore. It's a big deal for a lot of people. People are angry about it. Parents are angry about it. There's a lot of posts of people saying they're angry about it. And I am planning to talk to some of the people, or at least one person who went to the school, not the students themselves, just because, I don't know, I feel like maybe interviewing teenagers is a little bit of an iffy thing to do. I don't particularly want to do that, and I also don't know if that's going to get them in trouble, and just platforming a teenager seems odd to me. But I have spoken to 2 different people who were alumni of the school, so hopefully I will have something on that at some point, because I want to know the thoughts of it. This baffles me that anybody thought this was a good idea. I thought I could take these off, but I'm squinting, so I'm going to put them back on. That's better. There were also other posts made. There was another video made by another student, but that student wasn't actually there, so I'm not going to read that one just because it doesn't really give any new information. It's just some kind of thoughts, and it's the same thing, like, why this is not cool. Let's not do that. So I'm going to leave that one. But I just feel like this is such a bizarre situation. I hope that the students didn't get in like trouble just for asking. Like, are we really okay with this? Because surely you should be allowed to ask, right? I thought this was supposed to be America. Did you guys have like free speech over there? If nobody gets the reference, I'm referencing South Park.
Arresting me for what? I'm not allowed to stand up for myself? I thought this was America. Huh? Isn't this America? I'm sorry, I thought this was America.
And went, what? Turned into JoJo Siwa there for a second. Anyway, let me know in the comments what you think about all of this. If you don't want to comment that, then leave a comment saying, please, motorbikes, shut up. Why? Comment that, or just, just a comment for peace and quiet for my life. Manifest that for me. Like, comment, share, subscribe to me, because you should do that, and it makes me happy. It makes me smile when people do that, and it also makes my life just easier. And should we not just make people's lives easier? Thanks. Turn on notifications, check out the description, not the subscription, the description. Lots of things in there for you to check out as well. And of course, do not forget to check out MyHeritage. You can click the link in the description or scan the QR code on screen and use code VangelinaSkov, and you can get free shipping. I had so much fun doing that. I really, really enjoyed it, and I think you would have fun with it too. So definitely check that out. Link in the description. There's a wasp flying around my head, so I'm gonna go. Have an absolutely wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one. Love you, bye.